I am going to be doing my Super Bowl bracket right here, right now for you guys. Now, this is tough. I don't think that there is a team right now in football that you could say is going to be running away with the Super Bowl. There's so many teams that could win for very different reasons. There's a lot of matchups that could change the trajectory of what the NFL playoffs are going to look like. But I have my Super Bowl bracket right here up for us right now, and I'm going to do my predictions for not just wild card, but the entirety of the NFL playoffs. I would first and foremost like to say, you see the terrible towel next to me? I'm a Steelers fan. Pittsburgh Steelers are beating the Houston Texans. First and foremost, we're at home. It could be Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game of his career. I believe in our defense enough to make the stops on CJ Stroud. Now, the one thing I will say is, as a Steelers fan, I think that what could really hurt us is that the Texans' top offensive play style is their deep threat passing game. And unfortunately, that's what killed the Steelers last week. And I would say that the Texans' D-line is comparable to the Cleveland Browns' D-line, which also killed us a couple weeks ago. So if everything goes right for Houston and I'm wrong on this, so be it. But I'm not predicting my Steelers to lose in the first round at home. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Texans. Mike, I love the prediction. But Mike, congrats, you won the $10 group rate credit giveaway. I'll go over what that means in a second. I see that you picked the Jaguars. I can't bet against Josh Allen in the first round, man. I've been trying to convince myself to do it. I've been trying to convince myself that Jacksonville's going to do it because Jacksonville is the best, technically, statistically run defense in football this year. Statistically speaking, they are the best run defense, and that's what the Bills game is all about. The Bills technically always change their play style around in the playoffs and always get worse. Every playoff run, they make a couple plays that they get worse. But no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Burrow. This is the year for Allen to make a statement. Going into Jacksonville and winning that game would be such a statement for his career. I believe in Josh Allen too much to bet against him, against a first-year head coach and a guy like Trevor Lawrence, who has not proven to me that he can be great in situations like this yet. So right now I'm predicting the Buffalo Bills to go into Jacksonville and win. And I will also be predicting pretty easily the New England Patriots to defeat the Chargers. I think that the Chargers are so banged up with injuries, from their offensive line to maybe Omar and Hampton not playing, to their D-line being a little bit knocked up. I think the Patriots are going to go in there and make a statement win at home. I think this is the year for the AFC East, the Bills and the Patriots moving on. Yeah, it's going to be a couple of good games, but right now this is what I have my AFC predictions looking like. Now for the 4:30 game today, I really want to go Carolina. I'm rooting for Carolina. I'm rooting for the upset, but man, I just saw them play bad against Tampa Bay. I cannot predict them to beat this LA Rams team. Stafford coming off his MVP level regular season, 46 touchdowns, 4,700 yards, and 8 interceptions on the year. Devontae Adams is returning. Their run game has been very good between Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. Their defense has been pretty underrated for at least the first 11 games of the year. Say what you want about the last 6 when they lost to teams like Atlanta. They blew a couple games there at the end. But I think the Rams are going to handily give it to Carolina. If I had to predict, I don't think Bryce Young's going to play his best game ever. But first playoff game for Bryce Young. Can't judge a guy of his first playoff game. Eagles-Niners. Great game. I think if both teams were healthy, I would go with the 49ers. But with no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner, the possibility of... I swear, they have so many guys out. George Kittle banged up. I'm going to have to say Philly at home takes them down. I think their defense has been too good this year. I think they're going to be able to run the ball against that Niners defensive line. This might be a closer game than it should be, but I am going to go with the Eagles winning at home. And then in tonight's game, Bears hosting the Green Bay Packers. Right now, I've been leaning Chicago as we've gotten closer to it, just because I worry about that Packers defense. But I will say, I really do trust Matt LaFleur in this game to at least keep it close. But at the end of the day, I really want to root for them, and I am going to believe in Caleb Williams to win his first playoff game as a member of the Chicago Bears. Give me the Chicago Bears tonight over the Green Bay Packers. These are the matchups I want to see. if I'm being honest. All the matchups you see for this second round are the ones that I would love to see. Ant Dubs, I see you bought that basketball Yankees card. Let's go. We're going to rip that once I'm done with this prediction. Just give me a couple more minutes with this. Seahawks Rams. This right here might be the team to come out of the NFC. This game is incredible. I'm not betting against the home Seattle Seahawks. I can't. I think their defense is too good. I think that they're going to control the ball well. I think it's very rare to see a Sam Darnold 4-interception game like he had early in the year. Reminder, by the way, not only did Sam Darnold throw 4 interceptions in the game that they lost to the Rams, but they had a game-winning chance at a field goal and missed in that 4-interception game. Then they came out and at home defeated the Rams. I love Stafford, I love Puka, I love Adams. If they dominate this weekend and have a lot of momentum going into the Seattle game, it would not surprise me to see this game go either way. But right now, it is very hard for me to pick against the Seattle Seahawks team. They've only lost this year by a combined 9 points, which include a Jake Tongas absolute moss over Tariq Woolen, a missed field goal loss to the Rams, and a shootout fluke game by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that, if you remember, ended 38-35 with Puka having a great game, which was basically his last game of the season. Yes, they have been struggling offensively in the last second half of the season. I completely agree with you, Mike. It is a really close game between those two. I love your prediction on the Jaguars. My biggest thing is if hypothetically I were to take the Jaguars in this, I think the Jaguars would have a great chance of beating this Patriots team. I think the Jaguars would have a great chance of going into New England to win. I have to go Buffalo right now, though. I just have to go Buffalo. I don't want to be the guy to bet against Josh Allen and be right, or and be wrong. I just can't do it yet. Dustin, how you doing? Welcome in the stream. I'm going Seattle, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I do love Seattle, but I am taking Seattle here against the Rams, and I'm also going to pick the Eagles going into Chicago and winning. I know they lost earlier in the year. I expect that Eagles defense to come out with a huge chip on their shoulder if they get to play Chicago in the second round because of how well the Bears ran the ball against them earlier in the season. And that's leading for an NFC championship between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to be honest, guys. Patriots Steelers. We have to go to New England. We'd be coming off a big win in Houston. This one's tough. It's a tough one for me to pick the Patriots, so I'm just going to stick with my fandom. And I'm going to say the Steelers win 2 damn playoff games this year, guys. I'm going to say we do it. Aaron Rodgers' last playoff run. We're going to beat Houston at home. We're going to go into New England like we did earlier in the year. We're going to cause turnovers. We're going to beat them. I really don't know if we're going to, but God, I want to predict that we're going to win 2 playoff games. And I know this is bias coming in. I will say I think if I had Houston winning this game, I think I would also have Houston beating the Patriots. And I also think I would have the Bills beating the Patriots. But right now, give me the Steelers to go into New England and win in the second round of the playoffs. Now, to me, whoever wins this Broncos-Bills game is coming out of the AFC. Whoever wins Broncos-Bills is coming out of the AFC. I think it's too hard to go into Denver and win these games right now. I think Denver is such a tough place to play. I think their defense is going to show up to be the best in football because during the playoffs. I'm going to go Denver. I'm going to go Denver to beat the Buffalo Bills in the second round of the playoffs after they get the 1 seed. So they get the rest this week. A Bills team that's going to be killed and beat up by that Jacksonville defense, even if they win, would then have to go to Denver. I don't see them winning those back-to-back games. Give me Denver to move on. And guys, I think I'm doing a rematch of 10 years ago in my Super Bowl. I think I'm doing the decade-long rematch. I think I'm going to go Seattle versus Denver. I'm just going to take the 2 number 1 seeds. When there's a lot of question marks in the air about what teams are best, what teams can make it to the Super Bowl, I just pick the teams that they have to that are home. I really do. I'm betting on the home teams to continue their defensive showcases. I know this is pretty basic picks. I know I have the Steelers making the AFC Championship. It's likely not going to happen. But give me the Seahawks and Broncos in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a great game. Battle between Sam Darnold and Bo Nix as our Super Bowl quarterbacks is crazy to say. Good morning, Timbo. Who am I going to go? Who am I gonna go? Oh, 100%, Mike. 100%. Realistically here, in all realism, I think I would have Denver going either way, so that's why I don't think it matters. But I think I would predict it to go the winner, the Steelers. I think either one, whoever wins, would beat the Patriots. But I'm ending it with the Seattle Denver Super Bowl, and I'm gonna say Sean Payton wins, y'all. I think the Denver Broncos are Super Bowl champions. If I had to put money on it right now, God, it's so close between Denver and Seattle. I don't know. It'd come down to whoever has the ball last. You know what? I'm changing my prediction. Give me Sam Darnold, baby. Give me Sam Darnold to win Super Bowl MVP. Give me Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. That's going to be my final prediction. But let me go all the way back. I'm going to have the Steelers making it, the Broncos making it, the Eagles making it, Seattle, Denver. Give me Seattle. That is my final predictions for the NFL playoffs. It's going to be a good one, no matter who wins. Every game is good. I don't see a game in these playoffs being a really bad game that you're turning off at halftime, like last night's Indiana-Oregon game. Give me Seattle, give me Denver, and give me the Seattle Seahawks to win the Super Bowl this year, man. Because of Mike McDaniel and because of the defense. There are my NFL pick'em predictions.